Pathstone in Indiana has basically what we kind of divide into two business lines. One is primarily focused on housing counseling and financial coaching, and the other is affordable housing development.
We have something called collaborative coaching, in which I work with individuals on a one-on-one basis. We work together. We do an evaluation of their financial situation. Every individual is creative, resourceful, and whole. So when I see each individual, I know that they have everything within them to be able to make the right decisions. I just have to ask the right questions and get them to switch the light on, or maybe look at things in a different perspective for them to recognize that they are creative, resourceful, and whole.
I just like that we're able to help people if they're behind on their rent. That's very stressful. If they're not able to catch up on the utilities and they're facing disconnection, we're able to step in, help them, and hopefully prevent them from losing their apartment or being disconnected for utilities.
One of the things with renting is you kind of get fly-by neighbors almost, where you'll probably keep the same neighbor for a year, whatever the time of the lease is, and then someone else moves in, and you don't really get that community connection that way. It's almost like you have to keep rebuilding those roots every lease expiration or whatever. So home ownership allows you to better establish your communities. Those roots are constantly growing. You're not ripping out the tree every year and replanting a new one.
One of the programs that we also have at Pathstones is called an IDA program, and that stands for Individual Development Account. So for every $1 that the participant puts in, the state gives them $3. So within 3 years, their goal is to put in $1,500, and then the state will match $4,500 for them. And with that money, they can purchase a home, a car, they can go back to school if they like. If maybe they already have a house, but there are some home repairs that need to be done with that home, this program will help them out with that as well.
I'm Molly McGuire. I am a Delaware County resident who participated in the Individualized Development Account program through Pathstone. You can do different things with an Individualized Development Account. I participated in the post-secondary education, so it allowed me to pay for my final semester at Ball State so I could get my graduate certificate in community college leadership. And I got a promotion within weeks of getting my certificate.
Four clients of ours have actually purchased a home within Delaware County or Madison County. I'm now in the process of getting someone, with the IDA program, you can also use it to start your own business. So she's actually, we're about to close her out with starting her own business. So that's really exciting. I'm excited for her and also for the city of Muncie, because now they're about to have a new small business here.
I oversee our statewide farm worker housing program that we have. What we do with that program is we provide matching grants to farmers who have on-farm housing for their farm workers. We work directly with the farmers that have the on-farm housing.
My name is Jenna Scott. I'm the farm manager here at Cox Farms. I help my father on our family farm here. Pathstone has helped us, mainly financially. We recently acquired a property that had housing on it that we wanted to use as H2A housing. It did not pass inspection because it needed a new septic system, which is very costly. And thankfully, Pathstone has helped us get that project underway and started.
Well, the City of Anderson has two programs, the home program, the CDBG program, and those two programs work in partnership with Pathstones to implement and expand our affordable housing options for our low-mod income residents. We do that through CHOTO-related projects, through public services, as well as strategy development. Well, what really drives our partnership are our aligned goals and objectives. But what makes the relationship successful
is the positive outcomes for our residents, as well as our both agencies' ability and willingness to have those crucial conversations that build trust in the relationship and ensures that the relationship is built on mutual benefit.
Another large part of what I do is I also oversee our holistic rehab program that's here in the city limits of Muncie. That program is funded by Community Development Department, and we help mainly elderly and disabled people upkeep their homes, kind of similar to that farm worker housing program. We help with repairs and things to their homes, mainly roofs and like HVAC systems, water heaters every once in a while, ramps for people with disabilities, and different modifications for different disabilities.
I'm in the urban planning department, and we do a lot of engaged work. We work in the community quite a bit, and Pathstone is always there. I ran a class that was actually based in the south side of Muncie, and one of the groups that participated heavily in that class was Pathstone. And the goal of that class was to create information about the rights and responsibilities of landlords and tenants. And at the end of the class, when we were looking for a place to keep that information, who would use the information, Pathstone stepped up and said that they would host it on their website. And in addition to that, they've been working to build out a volunteer-led tenant and landlord rights hotline. So if you have a problem with your landlord or with your tenant, you can call and they'll give you advice based on the research that we did in that class.
My name is Emily Anderson. I'm the court administrator for Delaware County Circuit Courts. Ball State wanted to put together a program, and then Pathstone was the other party that would be involved with this program. So the program is for landlords and tenants to resolve disputes without going into the courtroom. So we would use Pathstone if you had a tenant and landlord come in, and the tenant, they would kind of interview that tenant, like, what's your backstory, what's going on, where are you at, do you have a job? Then that mediator would contact Pathstone, and they would kind of talk about what's available. Is there resources available to help pay back rent? Is there resources available to help, with rent? Like, what can we find for this person or this particular situation? I want people to know that this program is a great program. The cases that I've had go through mediation, I've had like 5. They've all been very successful, and as far as I know to this day, they're still renting to these people. So I just wish that these people would give the program a chance, because the successes that we've had make it worthwhile.
It is a real Muncie success story. There has been a lot of turnover in the nonprofit housing and development community in Muncie over the last 20 years. And Pathstone, along with a number of other smaller organizations, have really stepped up and done tremendous work.
There is assistance available out there. I was not aware of any assistance that was available to me until I started to research it and reached out to Pathstone. So I would say, look for that opportunity to take advantage of what's available.
I want to personally thank Pathstone Corporation for paying our rent for 2 months during the COVID, during these trying times.
I can say one of the things that I've been really impressed with Pathstone, and one of the reasons that I've stayed, is that I feel like that commitment and dedication to helping people is so sincere. From our president and CEO, our corporate board, down to our local board, and all of the staff that we have. At the end of the day, when we've jumped through all of the hoops for the funding, and we have, taken on the challenge of advocating for folks that don't have a voice, we can see that the work that we do is really meaningful, and it is worth the time and effort to be able to help people who need it.